Liz Taylor, welcome to the Breaking and Entering podcast. How you
Thanks.
doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Heck freaking yeah. You're in New York. What brings you here?
People don't realize, but my main office is here. So I'm in New York almost every week. This is my third week in New York.
When I met you, you said you live on a plane.
I do. I live on a plane.
You live on a plane, but...
United to be.
United.
Little plug. No, I'm kidding. They're not a client, but yeah, United girl.
That's what you rock. That's what you ride with. That's important.
Yeah.
Well, we're pumped to have you here. You're the global CCO of Ogilvy. Is this correct?
That is correct.
What an agency. What a time to be at that agency. A lot of changes going on. Recent headline I saw, Devika Bolchandani.
Yes.
She was the CEO.
Yeah, she was my business partner. She was my ride or die.
Yes.
She's leaving me.
She's leaving you. She's going up to hang out with Rob Riley.
Yep. She's leaving me for Rob Riley. That's the story.
Right there. That's the headline. And then who's replacing Devika? That would be Laurent Ezekiel.
You got it. I'm very proud that you got the name right. Correct.
I took French in high school.
I took Spanish, so you say it better than I do.
Do you know any Spanish today?
Un poquito.
That has to be a little bit, right?
Yeah, just a little.
That
yeah.
Makes sense. Got it. Context.
But yeah, Laurent's in.
I want to get into your story, of course, but I want to know what's going on with Ogilvy today. Like, Laurent's in. I heard he was supposed to go to Publicis. Now he's back. We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah.
But right now, what we do know for sure, he's a CEO.
Right now, he's the CEO. Actually, I think this past week was week one of him.
How do you do?
So far, great. Tomorrow's our exco meeting, so it's like his big sort of coming out party for the executive leadership. So he's doing great. I mean, it's really early, but we know each other already. Yeah. So there's massive shifts, but it's an exciting time. Dev has been a great partner. The Liz and Dev show has been really fun.
Is that a podcast competitor?
The Liz and Dev show.
Did you guys create content?
We did. It was we had a theme song.
Okay.
No, but it was it was the first time I had a female partner, which was amazing. We didn't know each other before, but we had great chemistry. She was a fantastic partner.
When did that start?
4 years ago. She started as the president. Andy Main was actually my first CEO, and then Dev got promoted. Andy Main went on to other things. So, gotcha. But I worked with her closely from day one. And you gotta root for people. She's getting a big job, a big promotion, and the best news is she's not leaving my world. She's just going on to another. So it was a little bit of a shift. And now Laurent's going to be my partner, who I know quite well from the world of Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Because Ogilvy is one of the, big agencies that works on Coke. So I've worked closely with him just in a different capacity.
Right.
We also have Cindy Rose. So much new, all the new.
And people are loving Sydney Rose.
Yeah,
from the town hall.
I'm obsessed.
Leaks and people talking on the fish bowls and the Instagrams.
I don't go on the fish bowls. I don't. I don't go. But I hear it was positive. I was there. She's amazing. I think Cindy is the badass, smart, magnetic, new vibe that we need. I'm obsessed. I was obsessed with her. I knew her a bit before because she's on the WPB board, and often you'll present to the board from one of the agencies. So I kind of knew her, but not that well. I love her background. She came from Disney and Microsoft, which I think are two of the best companies, and Disney's all about the magic and storytelling, and Microsoft's all about the tech and the machine. So she's the magic and the machine. But at that town hall, she was badass. She was funny. She's smart. She was very human. And it's she just really created an energy where everyone wants to be in her world. So very smart, very client-centric, very human-centric, and loves creativity. So it's win-win.
Were you a part of that search in the hiring process?
No, not at all. Come on. No, I don't either.
I
don't either. I appreciate it. No, I wasn't part of the search. I know there was rumblings. There was a lot of people internal, I think, considered. I know Dev's name was in that list. And I don't know anything about the search, but I will say I think we won the lottery with her. Like, so I feel great. I like that she's not that well known. So our competitors and such don't know what they're dealing with exactly.
Right. And there's a lot going on in the competitor space right now. One of the largest mergers in advertising history is happening.
It is disruption palooza happening right now all around us.
Disruption palooza for sure.
Yeah. I do love in the town hall, like, it's clear that she has a big ambition. You know, she had a job. She started her whole town hall talking about, like, she wants this job. It's not like she didn't have a job and was like dying for what came next. So she had a job, which says a lot for when you have a job and you're willing to come, you believe in it. But she's not trying to copy any of our competitors, which I really like. Like, sometimes you'll hear people like, I want to be more like this, or I want to be more like Publicis, I want to be more like Omnicom, but no, she's got a point of view on a new playbook, comes from amazing background. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what we're going to be when we grow up.
So that leads to my next question. It's like, your job as a CCO is like preserving the creativity. And I obviously want to compliment the brand of Ogilvy, which has stood the test of time. And I'm sure you've been a big part in preserving that agency brand. I guess, like, what do you think, like, what would you recommend for WPP in terms of like creativity going forward?
You know, I just think creativity is always going to be a massive business driver. It's going to be a differentiator. It's going to be how brands stand out. The thing about Ogilvy, so not so much WPP, because I think, you know, there's a lot of things we can do to help deliver what our clients need. Yeah. That's key. And I think creativity is part of that. But for Ogilvy, you know, it's one of the biggest global agencies in the world that has always had creativity in the DNA. Like, David Ogilvy literally wrote the book on advertising, and I think we do big global brands in like the most amazing way. We also have David, we also have Ingo, we have NC. So I feel like we just need to have a better, I don't know, I lost my train of thought there, so we'll start fresh.
You know, I'm just curious. It's like, I feel like some of these mergers and these acquisitions are basically like media plays, like who can control the most amount of media, because that brings in like a lot of revenue, a lot of dollars, and creativity can sometimes get lost. Like, is that what you're seeing as well? Do you have a like?
I think that's in the industry that we're seeing that, like, from the industry. I think, you know, I haven't felt that as much in WPP. I think clients want efficiency. They have big problems that they need to solve. Their marketing dollars are getting cut nonstop. Yeah. So I don't think any client goes, I want less of creativity. I think it's just the socioeconomic times. I think it's stuff that's happening with tariffs. And it just becomes a bit of, you know, efficiency and ease for them. I don't think they want 20 different agencies. I don't think. So if you can bring one solution that has media and creative and commerce and everything together, and it's a big client, I think that that's what they want. But we also, as Ogilvy, like, we have David, which is a bit of our boutique, you know, which is great.
Andre Toledo.
The best.
Great.
Love him.
It was like last week.
Shout out to Andre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
that's in my world.
I appreciate
which is great.
You have a good world. I mean, the Ogilvy world is a good place to be.
Yeah.
I think one of the most listened to episodes was one we put in our newsletter, and it was Amy Carton, who like leads the associate program for Ogilvy, or like the internship.
Yeah.
And that just did crazy numbers, because everybody applies to that, and like
the interns and the associate. Well, again, like David Ogilvy called it a teaching hospital.
I love that.
And so I think that's something that Ogilvy's always valued. Like, the internship's different from the associate program. Like, the associate program is like a teaching hospital. It's like you get to work. It's the coolest thing. Yeah. And they also end up like, there are so many senior level executives at Ogilvy that I'm like, you're so fucking good at what you do. And they're like, start in the associate program. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so amazing. It is mind blowing.
Is it a year long? Is it a rotation?
It used to be. So I should know. It used to be 2 years, a year to 2 years, and it's rotation. You rotate between departments, and like literally by the end, because it's so competitive to get, everyone's fighting for like who this person is. It's amazing.
I love it. I got into like Edelman's rotational program. The damn pandemic took it away. I was like ready to go and rotate. Basically, I was excited so I could just intern for a year on a salary. Like that's how I was gonna do. I was just gonna coast by. I'm like, I'm gonna be here for a month. I'm not gonna learn anything. So
and then the pandemic.
Yeah, but that's probably why like the Ogilvy associate program didn't pick me, because they probably sniffed that out, that I was just
maybe
coast
it's
around.
Really, I don't know how. I'm not on the board of who picks it, but it's super competitive. And you know, that is one of those funny where, like, you know, a college roommate will send me like, hey, can you help get my kid in? And
for sure.
They stay pretty true in the associates. You know, interns are probably slightly easier to still competitive, but that associate program is just like next level. And it holds such weight at Ogilvy too. Like there is a bit internally, like, oh, they made the associate program. Right. Like it comes with gravitas. But I go back to David, like I love the teaching hospital. Like I think that we have a responsibility in the industry.
Quote here. We love this one. Jack's not in the room, but when we were doing our CRM Saturdays, that's what we called it when we were building this business, like the lead up. We worked 100 days in a row, just every night. We always said this quote: "We sell or else."
We sell or else. We sell or else. David Ogilvy literally has the best quotes. Like, we sell or else. Hire giants is probably my personal favorite because it's like if you hire people that are more talented, we all rise. That's what hire giants is. It's not just like go hire someone great. It's like if you hire someone less than you, like who a lot of senior people might be, have an ego and think like, I'll be threatened if there's somebody. Like I really believe that I'm successful because everybody who works for me is so much more talented than I am. Like they're so much better. They could all take my job tomorrow. Yeah. I really try to hire people that are more talented. That I learned from David Ogilvy.
I love that. And then like when you're hiring people, like what are, I don't know, is there like a question? Is there a thing that you look for? Is it like a spark? Like, can you help us understand?
I obsessively recruit.
Okay.
So I like go down rabbit holes. You know, obviously I love their work has to be good if they're creative and it's like in whatever aspect. But from people, like I love like our industry, the best people end up being like, you have to be resilient. You have to be curious. Mm-hmm. Like you get said, you know, your ideas get killed daily. Right. I think you have to be curious about things, you know, like if you're curious about AI versus you think AI is going to kill our industry.
But I'm assuming like at your level,
I don't ask, are you a curious soul?
You're probably like, you're probably looking at Cannes Lion winners or something that's gone by. Is that what I'm like? Something gets across your plate or your desk?
I mean, not necessarily. Like, I'm obviously not like, I'm probably filling more CCO roles, but I believe like we should be recruiting nonstop. So I go down LinkedIn rabbit holes. Gotcha. I go down the like top ranked creatives. I go down like who's I look on Instagram.
You're watching.
I look at different I literally told you how much I love your videos. Like I'm looking at people who can show creativity and problem solving and interesting, weird. Not necessarily how do they make an ad, but do they understand strategy? Do they have an insight? Do they understand? Is it engaging content? But like, I don't know, there was somebody from, I won't say because somebody who was in an intern, somebody who led an intern program at a competing agency. They couldn't hire everybody. And they asked if I would meet with some of the women because they didn't have enough women in CCO roles. And I met them and like, tried to hire every single one of them. Like sometimes it's just hearing about, I don't know what, like, do you read a book what are you interested in? Like what, like you guys have a podcast, like, you know, people on the side, like there's somebody who works for us who is literally a sneaker influencer.
Love.
Like did not have a portfolio. Sneaker influencer.
Wait, they didn't have a portfolio, this person?
No.
And you hired this person?
I mean, we did.
Yes.
I didn't, but they didn't have a traditional portfolio.
What was the role they got hired for? Strategist?
He's a creative.
Really?
In a more junior role. Yeah, he was a creative because it's like he has his own sneaker brand. He is a sneaker influencer. He obviously knows fashion. He obviously knows design. So,
right.
You know, he has a whole Instagram following. He knows how to bring a community together. So, I don't know. I think
brand builder right there.
Brand builder, his own brand in that case, but now we have to make sure we can apply that to other brands.
Right. Now I get worried.
I'm not going to hire a CCO that doesn't have doesn't have work, but I think you can have a mix of people.
Yeah. I guess we will get into the fundamentals for this spiring. So let's pause there. Let's go into some rapid fire.
Okay,
let's
rapid
break
fire.
this up a little bit. All right, Ellie does a score at the end of every rapid fire on a scale of 1 to 10. How well you did?
Oh my God! I didn't realize this was
yeah.
I'm getting
Andre did really well.
Andre did really well.
Is it how quickly I answer or my answers? I'm
Speed,
getting great.
both.
Oh, speed.
Speed and
Fuck,
quality.
I'm gonna be so bad. I overthink. I'm an overthinker.
If your answers are better than they are fast, then
That's funny.
I'm more impressed.
So rapid fire, I love to interview people. I don't have a podcast. Don't worry, it's not a competitor. But I love to interview. It's a story for another time. But I love the rapid fire.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm nervous.
Ellie, you have the producer mic too if you want to use it. Yeah. But question number 1: where are you most creative?
In my office.
What's your greatest source of inspiration?
Books.
What's the best concert you've seen?
I'm going Taylor Swift.
Ooh, what tour was it? You gotta give me something.
I have never missed a Taylor Swift concert.
Okay.
Every tour.
Every tour. What are you currently streaming?
Oh my God. This is I haven't watched something. I'm between things. There's nothing on right now. Netflix bad documentaries about creepy Tinder swindler people. It was called I don't know. I'm waiting. Everything's launching in 2 weeks. The morning show, all of that's coming on. There's nothing to watch right now. I'm contentless.
Okay, what is a creative green flag?
Oh my God. I don't even know what that means really.
Oh,
This happens every time.
yeah.
I need to
I don't know
rewrite
what
this
that
question.
means.
It's like a
You might need a different one for this. What does it mean though?
Something you see in, I don't know, someone that's working for you or with you in, I don't even know before a pitch, but in the ideating process where you're yes, we need to run with that.
Oh, they're a yes and person.
What's a creative red flag?
All about the credit.
Love that. What's the greatest place you've ever visited?
Ooh, I'm going with greatest place ever, Bora Bora.
And what's the best thing you've read recently?
I believe it's called I Called In Dead.
Interesting. Who's that by?
Fiction. It was so good. I read a book a week.
Oh.
I'm a crazy reader.
Love that.
But sometimes I forget the actual name of the book because I read so much. But I think I Called In Dead or I'm going to call in dead. It's a fiction book about a New York Times obituary writer.
Okay.
It's funny, sad, inspiring. I loved it.
Interesting. We'll have to check that out. Ellie with the score here. What do we have for Liz Taylor?
I hate when you do this.
You got to. Everybody's got to step up. You got to get her. You got to dock her a little bit. She
I
didn't
got
do that
docked
well.
for the. No, I didn't. I'd give
Okay,
myself a
so-
5.
Oh, no.
that's pretty
higher than
high.
that.
Oh, out of 10? Out of 10,
know.
you 5 is hot. You don't go up to 8s or 9s.
I'm not the judge. This is Ellie.
Wow,
No,
but I
this
haven't
is
seen
bad.
what Ellie.
No, this is bad because I always panic and I always am 10. But I'm docking you for
Oh, Ellie.
streaming.
It's okay.
How are you not watching anything?
Because there's literally such crap on right now. It's between everything launches in a week.
That's true. I just started watching the Office spinoff. And
Yeah, yeah.
wow.
I probably should have said Parks and Rec
Yeah, that's a good one.
because
You know what?
I
No,
I
yeah,
probably
that
should have
makes
said
sense.
Parks and Rec.
Makes
I'll tell you why. Because I didn't watch it. I thought it was going to be not as good as The Office, and I love The Office so much. And everyone in my family tells me I'm Leslie Knope. And so I was I'm not watching it. I'm not going to like it. And I finally agreed to watch it, and I am obsessed with it.
So funny. John Ralphio. Jack is John Ralphio.
Oh, the word. But I am Leslie Knope. I see it. But so I didn't watch it for long because they kept on saying it was that. But even that, I don't know. There's not good content on right now.
My parents for years have said I'm April. So I don't know what that says about me, but I love her. She's my favorite TV character of all time.
She's amazing. I think I thought, do I get to rate you for for your
Of course.
Oh my God, yes,
Everything.
rate me back.
Of course.
But I know that those 2 questions need to be
It's
rewritten.
all right. You didn't say what I am yet. Like a 2?
Oh, no. The fact that you said Parks and Rec makes me want to give you like a 9.3.
Oh, there. I went higher. That's funny. She just feels guilty.
Yeah.
That's
do.
called
I
like
feel
Jewish
guilty.
guilt right there that I was
feel
able
bad.
to do.
I feel
We'll be
But
talking
I
about
thought
that.
the speed round, like rapid fire, was going to be like appetizers or desserts, like cocktail of choice. I don't know.
What is
It
it?
kind of was a cocktail of choice.
You
Oh,
have to answer the
tequila. Tequila, ice, lime.
Okay. Is that what do they call that? A ranch water? Is that
I
what
don't
it's
know.
called?
Tequila.
don't hear any water
I
in
order
there.
it like tequila on ice,
What's,
extra
um,
lime.
That sounds good. What's your favorite Chicago restaurant?
For years, it was Girl and the Goat.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm going. Oh my God, what is the name of the Italian that everybody? It starts with an M. I can't even think of it. I told you I'm not in Chicago as much as everywhere else. It's not like Momotoro, but I do like Momotoro for sushi.
That is good too.
It's the Italian that's so good. That starts with an M. That's hard to get into. In, like by the Ogilvy, it's like in,
Mia.
like it's not Mia Francesca.
No.
It's in the. I'll look it up before we go. It's in the West Loop. You're gonna say it, and it's gonna be embarrassing that I can't think of it.
As she's looking that up, well,
Oh God, that made me sweaty. That
Yeah,
I was
how we
gonna get
doing?
like a 1. It's good.
Maria?
No, I'll get it before.
Maggiano's?
I'll do a follow up,
Misi?
or I'll just take you there. No, you're in New York. Missy's New York.
Sorry.
I get bonus points for knowing that the restaurants
you're
she
like
just named.
schooling
That's
me.
right.
I have way more New York favorite restaurants and hotels, and I like practically live here more than Chicago. So.
why don't you never thought about moving here?
I lived here for a long time.
Okay.
I lived here for my first 5 years of my career.
Got it.
My husband was not. I chose my husband over New York. He wasn't. He's from the West Coast, so New York's a lot for him.
Okay. So he was
So
like, we'll go
Chicago was like a
Chicago.
happy medium.
Interesting.
Monteverde?
Yes.
Oh wow. Nice job, Ellie.
Nice job, Ellie.
I recovered.
Next time you come to Chicago, I'll take you there.
Boom.
How about that?
Nice. So so he's West Coast, and you guys met at
Met
med
at
school.
an ad school, Portfolio Center, and we moved to New York. Lived in New York for like 5 years, and then he just couldn't do New York. He's like a West Coast like golfer, mountain biker, softball. Like he likes the outdoors. I'm like city girl, like fashion, theater, noise, crowds, restaurants. So like it was like New York was a lot.
Yeah.
And we were like kids, we couldn't afford to live here. So like leaving your apartment cost $50.
Everything.
So it like would really frustrate him. So Chicago was the happy medium.
So you went to ad school.
We moved to New York with jobs. I took a job at actually I worked for free for a little bit for Mad Dogs and Englishmen, which doesn't exist anymore.
That's like another.
That's
hot
another
shop.
like hot shop from the
Yes.
past that was
Yes.
like literally I would pay them to work there type of a thing.
People would do like a copy test to get in.
Yes,
there,
I did a copy
CDH,
test. I did the whole thing.
Lucy,
I loved it. I
Jay
worked
Robinson.
there, and
Yeah.
then I got an offer at J. Walter Thompson. They're like, "We can't pay you actual money, so you should probably take that job."
Okay.
So I took the job at J. Walter. I loved it. My husband worked at boutiques. Can't even remember where, but it's not his podcast. And worked there for 5 years. Did amazing. I loved it. Like big, worked on like fun brands that don't even exist anymore, like Kodak and just crazy stuff. But loved it. And then he came home and he's like, I can't live here anymore. And so I transferred. So I transferred from J. Walter Thompson, New York, to Chicago. They transferred me, which was so nice of them.
Easy transfer.
Easy breezy.
Did you have to switch accounts?
Yeah, I had to switch everything and lost my partner, which was sad.
That's
like
sad.
my creative partner, because I loved him. Now he's like the host of German's Next Top Model, which is very funny. He went on
What
like
top model?
so it was Tomas Hayo. We were like a great team at J. Walter Thompson. Like we were winning awards. Like it was like very exciting. So it was hard to like, leave that. And I left and he stayed a little longer and then went to BBH and worked on Levi's. He was German. It was one of the greatest things of my career was putting us together because I was like Seinfeld humor girl, American, like, and he was like German, moody, like Tarsem film guy. And so like, I'm like, okay, so there's like 3 guys and they're sitting there and he would like, that's not funny. Okay, you over, like, and that was a bad accent, but we like really did not like each other in the beginning, but it actually made us concept way better and was amazing because it was like core of an idea and like got to do this incredible shoot in the Maldives together. He was amazing. And he went on to do Levi's at BBH, wildly successful, and then somehow got connected to Heidi Klum. And now they are the co-hosts of America's Next Top Model. He's the host of the Germans' Next Top Model.
Oh my goodness. We have to check that out.
Yeah, Thomas Hayo. It's very funny. So
We gotta get him on the show.
Yeah.
For sure.
By the way, that's another good little thing for you to do on point. The group of people, like, when there's like a group like the ECDs and like the group, it was Tom Kuntz, big director right now, Sean and Tom, who were the CCOs of North America, McCann, me, like all
That's a good little squad.
went on to do pretty well.
Yeah.
So like there was something in the hiring there that was interesting.
Hiring, and tell me about the clients at that time, because that also gives you good opportunities to.
I mean, I was such a baby, so I don't know. Like, I don't even somebody will be like, "Who was the MD or the CSO?" I'm like, I have no idea. I was like, give me a brief, and because it was the agencies were so big back then, so layered. I had good mentors and people and big clients, but like I still have big clients. It was like Kodak, Trident Gum. Like haircut, I worked on a lot of hair care. Like there was like a lot of Clairol with Julia Louise Dry Fit. Like it was just a fun, big brands doing big stuff. I don't even remember all of it. But then I transferred and it was like literally, I think my second day, the CCO either got let go or quit. It was all packaged goods, super conservative. I was so sad. I was like, wait, I just came back from the Maldives and now I'm here and they want me to do mayonnaise. Like I didn't understand, but it's so. And then they hired Dennis Ryan away from Budweiser. He was leading Budweiser at DDB to be the CCO. And he changed the whole vibe of J. Walter Thompson Chicago.
Interesting.
And then I followed him to Element 79.
And then.
And then the rest is history. I loved Element 79.
Yeah.
I did. I loved it. Worked on Gatorade and with athletes, and it was so fun, and it was just really good culture. It was like startup culture, but you had like a client that was like $500 million. So like it was startup culture, but you like weren't worried about the doors closing. Like you had like a whole portfolio of PepsiCo brands at that time.
Who were some of the names there when you were there?
Well, Dennis Ryan was there. Tariq Hassan, who led McDonald's for so long, was on the strategy team. Myra was there.
Shout out.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of good people there.
Yeah, we'll have to do a little 10-minute episode, 15-minute deep dive into Element 79.
Yeah,
We're
like
working
one
on
of those 6 degree or 8 degrees of separation type thing. Like everyone who was there.
Yes,
same with Mad Dogs.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Those are 2 that you could do of what do we have in common?
Yeah, absolutely. So how do we get to you becoming the global CCO of Ogilvy? What were some of those key wins, moments, things?
Okay, I'm going to say how I got in the business first, because that's kind of a fun story so I was all set to go to law school. I went to University of Wisconsin, URA.
What'd you say?
I did URA. Do you not know that? That's a jump around.
Yes.
So I went to University of Wisconsin. I was all set to go to law school. I was an English major. And graduated, literally was going to UCLA, accepted. Friends are like, we'll come visit you. It's going to be great. And came home for the summer. And my brother is 7 years older than me, and he was an attorney. And so I thought that's what success was. I'm also an old lady. It was during LA Law, and I'm a theater kid. And so LA Law seemed exciting. I'm going to get to do these big, talks in court, and I'm going to convince people, and it's going to be amazing. And my brother pulled me aside that summer and literally is like, what the fuck are you doing? It's going to take out every creative bit of your soul. I was always a creative, loved it. And he's like, do not go. And I think I kind of deep down knew, but I didn't know how to get into something else. And I loved ads. My dorm room was covered in Nike and Absolute ads. Like, I loved ads, but I had no idea what a job title was or how you got it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm from Chicago, and I cold called Leo Burnett. I just called Leo Burnett, and somebody
like him?
I just
Who?
called the agency. Like, again, like I said, I'm a little older. This is like before the internet. So it's like literally you call the main number.
Yeah.
Like you could call the main number of Ogilvy. I'm sure now someone will
they picked
answer.
up?
Like somebody picked up, and they said, Leo Burnett, how may I help you? And I just said, how do I get a job? I shit you not. How do I get a job making ads? And they're like, please hold, I'll connect you to creative. It's probably some operator doing one of those things. And they connected me. I don't know to who to this day. Like, if you're out there, find me. Like, they were probably like the creative ops or creative manager, or creative resource person. And the person answered the phone and they said, what do you need? And I said, I really want to know how you get a job making the ads. And they asked me if I wanted to be a copywriter and art director. And I didn't know what that meant. And I said, probably, I was an English major. I was a creative writing, so probably a copywriter. And he said, well, you need a portfolio. Also, no clue what that means. And so I said, how do you get a portfolio? And he said, well, we do these portfolio reviews once a quarter, and it's tomorrow. Do you want to come?
Nice.
Like, because we show the people the portfolios of the people we hired. And I said, I do. And I thought it was a job interview, so I went out and bought a suit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because who knows anything, And I'll never forget, like, I walked in and it was like Nerf guns and music. And I'm like, I'm home. I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to do. And that year, so they show the portfolios. And that year, the one show, they always do a student competition. The student competition that year was do an ad for your school.
Oh, nice.
So all these ads start showing up for Portfolio Center, which was an ad school.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there were all these ads for an ad school.
Yes.
And I was like, what's that? And I said, oh, it's an ad school. And I said, is it good? And they said, well, 10 of our last 12 hires have been from there. And so I left there and I went home and I, like, looked up that school, which was in Atlanta. And I found out that it costs as much as law school and you don't get a degree, which is tricky. But I had the world's most supportive mom who's like, you've got to go.
Yeah.
And I went to ad school. And I met my husband there, which was amazing. And then, I don't know, 15 to 20 years later, the next time I went into Leo Burnett was as the global CCO,
Boom.
which was amazing, like, full circle moment.
Totally.
But so that's how it all, like, that was like my big, like, that person that answered that phone, who told me about a portfolio, that told me about that ad school. That was a key moment. I loved it. I loved the ad school. Like, so many amazing people were there. Margaret was there. We just did a whole thing, like Leslie Sims, like everybody who was there when I was there. Like, it was amazing. I mean, it was always like they had a 95. It was the only school at the time. There was no, Miami ad school. There was no other ones. And so
that was Atlanta. Does that turn into creative circus?
So it was in Atlanta. It was then the owner lost the school in a divorce, hence Miami Ad School. Then all the department heads were sad that person left, and so then they created Circus. So it was all started from Portfolio Center. So that was like
the divorced parent.
Yeah, the divorce. Like, I think my last quarter was the last quarter of when it was just
the good old days.
The good old days.
Yeah. Everybody was
yeah.
happy.
So that was like the key moment, and then there was just a bunch of other moments along the way, but that was it wouldn't have happened without that. I'd be a lawyer somewhere right now, fighting the good fight, I guess.
That's good
but
too. Hey, nothing wrong with that.
No.
And then you went the copywriting route. And
I went the copywriting route.
About like switching.
Though I'm like totally like a frustrated like designer and like
sure.
and I married an art director, which comes in quite handy as a writer.
But that's like the perfect.
I mean, it was fun. So like we could work together.
When you get home from work, you're like, hey, can you help me with this? Or is it?
No.
Not today, but like.
No, we don't really do that, but
you never. That's a 30-minute one.
I know, I saw it, but you didn't. Okay. I was paying attention. No, it was a 30-minute. That's why you need like the something or a Nerf gun. We definitely, as we got old, I mean, we just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary, which is like so amazing.
Congrats.
But in the beginning, we probably did like, hey, what do you think of this? But as we got older, we left work. We would commute together, and so we would talk sometimes in the commute. Never pitches. We did pitch against each other a few times, which
Did
was.
you win? What's the record?
I think it was 1-1, which was funny. 1-1, and then we had one during the pandemic that was going to be like the tiebreaker.
No, you can't do that if you're living in the same
But
house.
we were in the same house, and so literally he had a meeting, and they said in the meeting, "Aren't you married to Liz Taylor?" And then they pulled him off of the pitch because they probably knew that I was. But I get it. I get it. But we never shared anything about pitches. And like our rule was like when the garage door goes up, like no work talk. But we're not great, So,
Yeah.
but
I find that very interesting.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That was like a whole tangent. I don't know.
No, I love it. I love it. Would you? I mean,
I love being married to someone who gets it, like the long hours, the shoots. Like I never literally have to explain
right.
any of it. The only hard times is like, and it only happened a couple, is like if you overlap, and it's like that gets hard sometimes.
What, like if you both are on like a shoot or something?
Yeah, or like well, we both worked at the same place at one point, so that was like,
How does that work?
Well, it was at Ogilvy actually.
Oh.
It was at Ogilvy. So Ogilvy, Chicago had like 5 married couples. Joe Schroeder really believed in it. He's like, they'll work late. It's great. It'll be amazing. It was a strategy. And it did. It worked well. So it was like never really an issue. Yeah. It was funny.
Interesting. I know a duo that they're married.
They're a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. Like, I know like the team. No, I'm glad that we're not a duo.
Yeah.
We're a duo in life, but I think that would be like too much. And I'm probably far too demanding, he would tell you. He's more laid back, so I think I would drive him nuts as a partner. I think I would kill him. I think he would not enjoy being my partner. I can acknowledge that. He's like so late, like we're literally like odd. Like I'm so type A and he's so like chill and laid back. That.
So who was like your longest standing partner in the business?
Interestingly enough, I didn't have that like forever. I think Tomas might have been. In that 5 years, might have been my longest.
Got it.
I had
Is that
different
because
partners.
you're hard to work with, or?
Yeah, totally. No, I think it was just that was at J. Walter Thompson, and then in Chicago, I worked with one person for a year, and then someone else, and then I think agencies started like work different teams, different things, and then once you kind of become an ECD, you're not always a team. So I don't know. I don't know why it is. Maybe you'd have to ask my partners and all of that.
We'll definitely figure that out, but
it could have been because I took 2 big freelance stints by choice too. Like I freelanced by choice twice. I don't know.
Okay. I want to get to these questions. These are a little bit bigger questions, so.
Buckle
we'll
up.
ease our way into it.
Buckle up.
But really, I mean, this is heavy stuff. Like, this is going to be the hardest question you've ever been asked.
Am I going to need to go to therapy after this?
Yeah, big time.
Okay.
I mean, the question is, what do you see the role of advertising agencies within brand...
It's so hard, he can't even read it.
Yeah, no, it's hard. What do you see the role of ad agencies in the next 5 years? It's freaking tough.
I mean, I think our role is to be the best partner we can to our clients and to help them solve their biggest problems. That's really what I think it is. Mm-hmm. Like, I think they can't do it on their own. They have big problems, lots of problems, all different kinds of problems. And I think the ad agency needs to help be ahead of it and solve it in whatever way that is, whether the solve is creative, whether the solve is consolidation, but our job should be to solve the hairiest problems of our clients on a daily basis.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to
I
be...
prefer that to be through creativity in some shape or form, but I really think that's going to be, also sometimes we can give them an outside perspective. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it.
But that's if I really know, I don't know.
It's it's much different as a content company, but we know that we want to help people break into advertising and thrive in it. And we're doing that right now through like social videos are fast, but that the needs of the audience might change and we're willing to adapt. So it seems like you're saying something similar. It's like, we'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever
to
they
help
need. Like if their
client.
prices are going, if they have to like increase their price, like why is someone going to choose them over someone else? So that's like, you know, brand distinction, brand differentiation. Sometimes it might be their industry is disrupting. Sometimes it could be a tariff issue. And so they're gonna, sometimes it might be, how do we get a new generation interested in something they have no interest in?
Why do you think Ogilvy is kind of well positioned to be so flexible over the next 5 years to handle all these problems?
I think it has to do with a little bit of the global scale. So we have a global perspective on everything. I think it's that we have everything from, you know, the strategy, the creative, PR, social, and influencer, consulting that looks at it from a brand POV. We have health. So, and then we have WBP for the things we don't have. Like we don't do commerce, but we work very closely with VML when we need to do commerce. So it's not like we know how to do commerce, but it's not our area of expertise. So rather than build an entire capability, why not tap into your brother or sister over there that has the capability? So, you know, I'm not sure that that was going to be an insult. So I'm going to take that away. I think Ogilvy knows how to really create brand platforms at a global scale that solve business problems that can work across whatever media habits in that moment, whatever target they need to, in whatever place they need to.
Totally.
That was way too like advertising speak for me, so
That was good, though.
I don't like it.
It sounds great. I think like what I'm curious about then is, what is like in the next year in 2026? Like, is there some like actionable things that you guys are thinking about?
Yeah, but I can't give my secrets away on this.
I tried.
There are, but like I can't give our secrets. Like there's definitely, you know, trends that are happening and things that we're gonna do to evolve. But like maybe we'll give you the scoop
We'll take
when
the
it
scoop.
comes.
Yeah,
I'll give you the scoop. But yeah, there's like different, you know, I think some of our best work that we've done, you know, has been work like Vaseline and CeraVe and a lot of our Coke work and our Dove work that really taps into what's happening in the moment, how we tap into the culture. It's very like based in social, but it's based around an idea. And it's not just like 10,000 different creators going off and doing different things and not understanding what the brand stands for and not moving it and not, you know, grabbing those people.
Seems to be kind of a divide. Like right now, it's like these creators, like these kind of like these creator marketing briefs, or they're going off and doing a lot of one-offs, or there's like major brand building. It seems like there needs to be a hybrid nowadays.
Well, I think you have to understand it and do it, but that's why I think our, like, I don't know if you know it, but our Vaseline verified work, I think is like one of the best examples of how to use content creators in a really interesting way that still is a big idea on a 150-year-old brand that's like super, you know, like, but that client had to take a lot of risks, change their R&D, like to make it work. They had to, you know, there's like revisionist history now, like of like, oh yeah, like this is what we did. And it's like, but it was a lot of hand holding. It's great partnership between agency and client to believe in it. And now it's like the blueprint for how they'll do things moving forward. But there were content creators all over talking about all these different uses of Vaseline. Like, and they are health and beauty brands, and a lot of them were dangerous. So it's like, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to ignore that? Do you want to tap into it? Do you have an idea? And like the brief on that was just, how do we become a more social by design brand? Like it was like one of those almost generic briefs.
Yeah.
But we as an agency could bring them, show them what was happening, give them an idea that brings it all together and makes people, and their sales are up. Like, you know, at the end of we sell our else. Like we don't make art. Like we do solve, there was a big business problem there. Like people didn't have, you know, a lot of, they were losing in the beauty category to some of like the beauty brands. They were a 150-year-old brand in this tub. And you're like competing against, you know, like the Hailey Biebers of the world. Like, how do you make that something that's interesting? But yet all these content creators were doing hacks with it.
Interesting. They were all aligned.
They
with
were
it.
all like doing like, oh, you can polish your shoes, you can put it on a camera over that. So there was like mass amounts of content, not necessarily in the beauty space.
Interesting.
And so, again, convincing a client like, well, maybe this is the way to do it. And as a result of doing it, it now changed their product line, like what they're going to come out with. Like people were using it as brow gel, so now they're making like a Vaseline. Like it's like there was like a bit of like polishing. Like, do you do a bit of a shoe polish? So
You're changing their business.
we're changing. We definitely worked with them and changed their entire business model.
That's a business transformation lion. I think.
I mean,
Is that-
I
is
hope
that a
so.
lion category? It's got to be.
Well, I mean, it is creative business transformation,
Yeah.
but it won titanium this year. I think it, like, I'm so proud of it, but I'm really proud of like Unilever. It's changed their structure. Like the R&D, this is like one of my favorite stories about it. The R&D team within it, because you had to test things. Like there were creators who were saying, oh, you can use Vaseline to like, you know, help with bugs, to keep bugs away. But like, does that work? So they had to like test. But the R&D people were so used to testing the way they were testing, not if it will keep a bee away.
Right.
So it was their like two people kind of nights and weekend, but then they loved it and then they were creative, and now the R&D team loves working in a new way. Like it like created like that campaign would not have happened without the science of Unilever. And so the scientists and the R&D people of Unilever got to be creative.
Love that.
So that's like it changed everything.
Love that.
We're getting like idol.
We're getting the what are they? Oscars,
We're getting the
trumpets,
like
the.
player off.
I want to hang out with those R&D scientists.
I mean, this is so geeky and stupid, but like, do you know how many of them posted the campaign on LinkedIn?
Love it.
I think that's one of the coolest things.
You got them all to buy.
Like the whole organization is so proud of that work.
Let's go.
And it's also really fun and quirky and weird, and I love it.
So if we piece this together, we're going to see more of this type of stuff in 2026.
I think so. Maybe.
More of this
Maybe.
stuff.
We have a lot of sports stuff too, which is
Ooh,
good. And I'm a
okay.
sports fanatic, so a lot of work in the sports
love it.
space.
Well, we want to get advice for the next generation here. So which question do I want to ask? I guess this one. What's one piece of advice you give a 22-year-old right now who wants to break in to advertising at a creative agency?
Well, I give everyone one piece of advice, which is Steve Martin's quote. So it's not mine, but it's be so good they can't ignore you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I lost track. So
Let's unpack
somebody who, be so good they can't ignore you. Of like, I have a kill 'em with kindness and kill 'em with creativity POV. So like, if something dies, come back with something better the next day.
I love that.
Like it's like don't spend too much time wallowing in why an idea died. Come back with something better. Because like years ago, I think somebody told me like the 17th revision is the one that's in the world, and you never get to tell all the buts and the story behind
Yes.
it. So make sure that one's, but I just have a kill 'em with kindness and kill 'em with creativity, which is a little bit of be so good they can't ignore you, which was always sort of what I tried to do. Like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, you didn't want to hire me? Watch me go do an amazing campaign at your competitor, and then you're going to want to hire me one day. Like, I just had a watch me kind of mentality.
I love that. And yeah, that makes, so you developed that at the portfolio school, I'm assuming?
I think always, I think it's a bit of like the competitive nature, but like, I'm not out to take someone down.
Yeah.
I just want to like, I'm going to keep proving it to somebody. Like, I don't know. It's a bit of like, don't count me out.
I love it. I love it. I think we have time for a couple more. One more?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I guess like what lesson or advice did you receive like when you were starting out from an ad agency that you still think about when somebody said to you still rings in your mind?
Oh, I just gave that one.
That one?
I did. It was like literally, I was like.
That was from Steve Martin.
No, that was the one. It was actually from an ECD when I was like, I think we were on like the 15th revision of a fucking line in a script. And I was like, started phoning it in because I was like, and that person's like, that's the line that's going to end up in the script, and like make sure it's as good. So it's a little bit of like, blow it up, make it better, keep writing it. Like, don't cave too much. And also when you get the feedback, like listen to the feedback. Don't just do exactly what they say. Like get into the why. But I think it's that one's not the be so good they can't ignore you, as much as like you never know which version's going to be like just keep the resiliency of it.
Very, very great.
Very
Liz,
great.
Thank you so much for coming
rambled so much, you guys.
No, you crushed it. Ellie, do you want to give a score on the whole podcast? No, I'm just kidding.
No, my God.
How can people learn more about Ogilvy? Is there like for the aspiring to the mid-level, is there like a job page of some sort?
I'm sure there's a job page on LinkedIn. I'm sure there's a website that has all the work. I always say to people, like, I'm like a massive geeky researcher. Like, listen to the podcast, watch the internet, see what Ogilvy is all about. Try to dig in. Try to, find out who the recruiters are. Find out when there's a new business pitch. Are they hiring? Like, all that kind of good stuff.
Do your homework. We call that nerding up.
Yeah, nerd out. Nerd out on Ogilvy. Read the old books and read the new stuff.
Love it. Liz Taylor, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.